Hey, what's going on, guys? It's CJ here live at AwesomeCon, and I am here with, introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, my name is AJ Johnson. I'm the author of a webcomic on Instagram called New Jive City.
Cool. So, what's the origins of New Jive City? Like, how did this all come about? Because I mean, obviously, this came from a place somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. So what New Jive City is about is, hey, we grew up on the Boondocks,
Yeah.
right? I grew up on like Fritz the Cat. I love animation and I love like thought-provoking animation. But what about our Martins? What about our Jamie Foxx shows? Like, I would love to see more adult black entertainment
Yeah.
that's animated. Like, and where do I go to get it? Nowhere. It ain't there. So like, it would be crazy if like there was a place that people could go to see themselves, like, and not always in like a traumatic space, but like go to laugh, like see it animated, and in those animated cases, you know, maybe have some satire, like maybe like something thought provoking, but mostly just a laugh.
So this has been genesis for like a couple of years, basically.
Yeah. So this was our I call it a pandemic project.
Ah, okay.
So like, hey, the corona came on, like we were stuck inside, we are going insane. What are we going to do? Put the ideas on paper. And this is something that, you know, we've always had in our mind, like, yo, wouldn't it be cool to have a comic strip? Let's do it. What we got to lose?
So as a creative, like during the pandemic, I've asked a lot of you creatives this, like, was there kind of like a different thought process in terms of getting content out there now, especially since once things shut down, you have to find ways of getting your product out there. So was that easy for you guys to kind of like adjust already, or was it easy? I mean, hard?
Gotcha. So like, because we came at it when we came at it, well, we're talking 2019, 2020, like right in that area. Social media is already popping. It's already big. We grew up with wanting to get into like a syndicated paper, that kind of thing. But since social media is already the place where we go, and we're seeing all these other comics on like Instagram and Reddit, et cetera, we're like, that's the position that we want to go in. And I think we could see ourselves like making it happen there, and everything that happens beyond that. I think we just got to build a base, you know, where we've seen people doing it.
How'd you guys go about the creative process for some of the character designs?
Absolutely. So this is my artist. This is Rico Orr.
All right.
Yeah, Rico is a fantastic artist. He's been doing it since like years ago. We're talking, what, 2010?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, yeah. Y'all been hoofing it for a while.
Yeah, well, he gallery artist, like fine art and classic art. Like he's into surrealism, like fantastic artist just overall. And somehow I was able to talk him into like, hey, yo, I got some like Facebook jokes. Like, yo, Can you draw them out for me? And he's like, yeah, I show. We just been doing it. Like, so it's been super cool to continue to.
So I mean, is this you guys' first convention going to, or have
It
y'all?
is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, what was I guess going into this convention, were y'all ever figuring going to other conventions prior to this, or was this kind of like, all right, we're gonna do this. This will start with this one and then go forward?
Yeah. So this is our kind of dive in. That's kind of how this process has been for us from the get go. Is like, we don't know what we're doing, so we're going to dive in to figure it out as we go along. This is, you know, we kind of gathered our funds, really invested into this project. We've already invested like the time to get to where we're at. If anything, it would be worth jumping in to see, you know, what it's worth and building from there. And that's just where we've been at.
Like a temperature check, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
And we haven't drowned.
That works.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so far being here, has there been interest, other than us, obviously, but has there been interest from other people that might have came around to the table and checked out your stuff?
Absolutely. So, like, my big thing is, like, we've been trying to fill a niche, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, we miss this kind of stuff. Like, yo, Boondocks really taught me a lot, really, like, showed me a lot of things that I loved and I want to see more of. And I think that kind of sentiment connects me to a lot of people who also feel it too. Like, yo, I got memories of that show and it made me feel a type of way. And I want to see like more of us, you know, out there doing the thing. I think we have fantastic stories that we need to tell. And we have our own sense of humor and our own jokes and our own comedy. Like, but there's nobody out there to make it. Like, where's the real, genuine stories, and how are they being told in a way that's going to like really encapsulate the experience? And you know, I think people really feel that. And I think the people who come by and get it. And I think it's kind of inspiring in that. And it's not for everybody, but for who it is, I think they really appreciate it.
Cool. I mean, have there ever been, I mean, have you ever gotten somebody that may want to take advice from you? Like, what would be the first thing that you would tell them if they want to dive into doing this kind of stuff?
Cool. So if I could leave 2 pieces of advice, number one, I'm big on I don't know it, so I'm gonna learn it. Like that's all I am. Is like I know what I want. If I don't know how to get it, or I don't know where to go, or I don't know what it is, I'm gonna go out of my way to constantly learn, and I'm constantly asking questions to everybody around me who I see are doing it. This is our first con, so I'm going to other con tables to be like, "Oh, yo, your table looks fantastic. Like, how did you do this?
Yeah.
Like, how long have you been doing it? Do you have any tips? Do you have any advice?" That's my number one thing. Is like I got to learn, and the number one lesson I've learned from everyone else is consistency.
Oh, yeah.
Like doing it over and over and over again with a mind to constantly get better. That's what sets anybody apart at the craft and what they do. And I think at the end of the day, it's about never giving up and always trying to find a way to make it better.
Cool. Well, I appreciate the time, sir.
Thank you.
So, like I said, the piece stuck out to me. That's why I came here, and I was like, so I
Appreciate it.
taking the time. And I guess, where can people see your stuff on the socials?
Yeah, so please follow us on New Jive City. That's on Instagram, like NEWJIVECITY. It's a play on New Jack City. Additionally, we do have a website, newjivecity.com. That's where we post our portfolio, all our jokes, all our stories as they go up, as well as any kind of merch or anything if you wanted to support us financially. We do have a mailing list that you might be able to check out there as well. We are sending our stuff out to Cartoon Network, to Image, to Dark Horse, etc. And any way that you see us, please support us, please communicate with us. Because as much as I, want to do this, it's going to require the help and the support of those around me, and that's those listening to us today.
Cool. Well, appreciate you taking the time, gentlemen.
Yes,
See
sir.
you guys later.
Yes, sir.
Peace out.
Thank you.